Hold on, I hate when they have.
Hey, hold on, get the chain.
Ooh, you see it? Got the Jesus piece.
Ooh. Who did that? Ben Baller?
Absolutely.
Damn.
He works with all the budgets. Welcome to Hot Takes, where Noah and myself give our hot takes of the week. And it's been a interesting week, an emotional week for all of us.
Yep.
Today we're going to talk about Tyler, the Creator, and his Grammy speech. But not just the Grammy speech when he picked up the Grammy, but what happened after. Which, by the way, got like super brushed under the rug because of what happened here in LA with Kobe. Rest in peace. But we bring it back up.
Now, first, let me say this. IGOR, definitely my favorite album of the year. With that being said, though, there was no rapping on the album. I think they only rapped on the album like 2 times. It definitely was not a rap or a hip-hop album. Mm-hmm. But, of course, the Grammys, being the Grammys, they're going to give him what award, you ask?
The best rap album.
Of course. So here's what Tyler had to say when he was asked about it.
In recent days, there's been a lot of news about the voting process at the Grammys. Has any of that affected the way that you're looking at winning this award today?
I'm half and half on it. On one side, I'm very grateful that what I made could just be, acknowledged in a world like this. But also, it sucks that whenever we, and I mean guys that look like me, do anything that's genre bending or that's anything, they always put it in a rap or urban category, which is, and I don't like that urban word. It's just a politically correct way to say the N-word to me. So when I hear that, I'm just like, why can't we just be in pop? I felt like half of me feels like the rap nomination was a backhanded compliment. Like, my little cousin wants to play the game. Let's give him the unplugged controller so he could shut up and feel good about it. That's what it felt like a bit. But another half of me is very grateful that the art that I made could be acknowledged on a level like this when I don't do the radio stuff. I'm not played in Target. I'm in a whole different world than what a lot of people here listen to. So I'm grateful and like,
I'm really not mad at what he said.
No, absolutely. I feel like he said it in a way nicer way than I would have said it. So kudos to him. And I love when he said, yo, my music isn't played in Target.
Right? Especially as someone who used to be like employed by Target.
Shout out.
And they play the same 5 songs. You think the radio's bad? Target's way worse than the radio.
He did say that too about the radio. He's like, my music don't play on the radio.
Very, very true. And there's a lot of artists that never really blew up how they should have blew up because just what Tyler was talking about. One of my favorite groups of all time, Tyler actually mentioned in his Grammy speech, is Pharrell's band NERD.
Yep.
Love NERD. Like, I know all the words, all the albums, everything. But one of the things their label did at the time was they tried to market them as like a hip-hop group. Mm-hmm. And it was the furthest thing from hip-hop. It's like rock music. It's like weird, like, 80s new wave type music.
Yep. Even like some pop, like technoco. Even some pop and like techno-y flair in there. And it's not.
Yeah.
It's not fair to be boxed in as a rap or hip-hop artist when you hear it and it doesn't sound like what your traditional rap or hip-hop artist is doing. And I feel like being a rap and hip-hop artist, you kind of get that, okay, you a gangster. Like, all the gangster shit, that's what's going to be in this category.
Yeah, well, I just think they see a black face and they say, sometimes if a challenge is like what you're used to hearing, like a NERD, like a Kenna, like a Aloe Black, like even way back in the day, this artist named Maurice, who was like this black kind of R&B punk rocky type chick, man. I just think the industry takes the easy way out and they're like, okay, well, they're black, they're urban.
Put them over there.
But it's like, nah, it's pop music. Like, the Tyler, Creator album was a great album. It was pop music. When Kanye dropped 808s and Heartbreak, that's an iconic album. That wasn't a hip-hop album, though. It was pop music. So I get what Tyler's saying.
And I feel like that's been the problem with the Grammys. That's why big artists like Jay-Z in the past have boycotted the Grammys. Mm-hmm. And they don't want to be labeled as just one type of music. And you can even see it from, like, I think it was Migos. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if I'm wrong. I think it was Migos who was like, oh, we don't want to be known as rappers. We want to be known as rock stars or, like, superstars or something like that. Because people get boxed in once they tell you, oh, you only do rap. You're a rapper. You do hip-hop.
And then on the flip side, last year's Grammys, they had no problem putting Post Malone in every category.
Woo!
Think about it.
Let's talk about it.
They want to call him hip-hop when it's convenient. And I like Post Malone, too. That was a great album. They want to call him, hip-hop when it's convenient, when they're trying to market him. Mm-hmm. But then at the Grammy, you know what I'm saying? They might be taping. Feds might be watching.
Let's bring up the classic Grammy snub where Macklemore won. What was it? Best rap song or
over
best?
Kendrick Lamar?
Moment of silence for that. because that was some
shit.
Okay,
Some
yeah.
big shit. I'll take it back even further. You know, these artists have. I'm gonna name artists that have never won a Grammy. Nas.
Ooh.
I got one for you. This artist, believe it or not, KD Nation, has never won a Grammy. Snoop Dogg.
Stop.
Arguably just the most popular artist of all time. Like, even my mom knows about Snoop.
Exactly. And he's done all types of different genre music. I mean, hey, it might have not been, your favorite album, but he did gospel. Okay?
Gospel.
Gospel.
Is
Gospel.
it like when you gossiping and talking about Jesus?
Maybe. Gospel, whatever. You know what I
Hey,
mean.
low-key, Snoop Lion should have got a Grammy.
Oh, yep. Reggae.
You know what I'm saying?
But so that just goes with the industry putting you in a box and labeling you a certain way. But I think he did this with finesse, and I think he addressed it in, I don't think I would have been able to address it
In a
as
really nice
eloquently
way.
as he did. Yeah. So
Obviously, by
shout out to
watching
Tyler.
Hot Takes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, hell no. But no, man. That's what it is. But at the end of the day, what he did say in the other half of his speech, which I tend to agree with, is that, hey, man, it feels good to be recognized, especially for an album as good as Igor. So maybe it didn't get recognized in the way that we would have liked to see.
Yeah.
And Tribe Called Quest did tell us, I never let a statue tell me how nice I am. So never forget that. We still hip-hop, so it's still fuck the Grammys. But at least it got some sort of something.
And
It was weird
we're
seeing
never
Tyler
getting
on the Grammy
invited to
stage.
the
I'm not,
Grammys after this video.
You what?
I said we're never getting invited to the Grammys after this video.
Man, I'll act like this video didn't exist so fast.
Yeah, but I feel like
Put
a
on
lot
the
of
tugs. I'm like, Mom, I'm going to the Grammys.
and that's tight too because Tyler brought his mom as his date to the Grammys.
So his mom was probably pumped. His mom probably wanted to meet Lizzo.
Yep, that part.
You know what I'm saying?
But and any wrapping up statement?
Nah, man. Congrats to Tyler. Well deserved. If you haven't checked out the Igor album, check it
check
out.
it
It's
out.
amazing. It
Exactly.
definitely deserves some sort of award. So.
And like you said, I love the fact that he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna take the Grammy anyways, but I'm still letting you know what the time it is." You know?
You know what I'm saying? Can I hit the button this time to end it off?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Meet us back here, same time, same place next week. Hot takes.